what's up, y'all? Check it out, check it out. I should play some theme music, man, but I don't want to get the little that licensing situation. But welcome to the Louie Bruce live show, rocking that poetic justice. You know what I'm saying? We are retro today, man. Real quick, man. Rest in peace to Jewel. One of the hardest singers in death row, really in the 90s of the West Coast. She sung a lot of bangers. Okay. And go to Chrome. Well, I see you got somebody trying to come in, but okay. All right. Pardon me, y'all. Technical difficulty. I got people. I'm still trying to figure out this StreamYard thing, man. It's a new concept, but it allows us to stream on multiple platforms. I love that. So right now we're on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube Live, I do believe. And, we just live on platforms, and we're trying to get this word out, man, because it's a lot of shit going on. Let's be real. A lot of shit going on in the world, man. Yo, it's like, we just lost Jewel. I just saw her on an interview on YouTube, The Art of Dialogue, and she was talking about what happened in death row, and she was a really interesting person. I thought that she was going to do some level stuff like this, man, because she had that personality, But, man, life is too short. Hold up, it's not. Let me copy the link. Okay, one part being copied. No, hit that. Let me send it to him again, y'all. Pardon me. Let's see here. Where's it at? See, chat. Yes, indeed. But okay. Go to let me hit him up real quick because he hit me up. But yeah, man, shout out to rest in peace to Jewel, man. Hopefully her family is comforted in this hour. Our legends are going, man. Our legends, are passing away, and it's getting real out here. And that's part. Go on Facebook. Sorry, y'all. We're having a little technical difficulties trying to get this going here. But like I said, we just lost another legend, man. And I was going to, like I say, this show was about relationships and stuff like that. Not necessarily all the way relationships in terms of male and female, but just in general relationships. And I would be remiss if I did not recognize Kevin Samuels. He came to the scene and took the world by storm with his comments, man. And I'm gonna be honest, especially when I first saw him, I love what Kevin Samuels was saying. Primarily because I was just going through a breakup, and a lot of things he said resonated. And I see that, I've been married 2 times in my life, and I can honestly say both of those times, at some point, money became a part of the conversation. Now, I'm definitely going to keep it real. I'm not in terms of financial success, I'm not high value, but in terms of spiritual, I believe I'm high value because I'm a loyalist to the heart. I love my woman, and I cherish the woman that I'm with. Now, that may not always come across to the other side, so here I am, young, single, ready to mingle. But nevertheless, my energy attracts women, and then we get into a relationship, we get to a situation. And then at a certain point, it falls off. I don't know. Mary J. Blige got a song that I be rocking called falling in love. Like I fall in love, then I fell in love. So if here's the thing, people always say like single people can't talk about relationships or they shouldn't talk. But if you ever been in a relationship, you are actually qualified to have the conversation because failure is your greatest teacher. Let's just be honest. Like people that fail in relationships have just as much to offer in terms of advice than people that are happily married because that number is almost equal. Last week, we looked up the divorce rate and currently it's 44%. So it's like almost half and half. Like half of us are getting it right. The other half ain't getting it right. So the world, see, whenever there's a situation in the world, when something's not right, God sends people in the earth to help correct it. You see what I'm saying? Like bring balance to the society because you got to have balance in order to have a society, right? So here comes Kevin Samuels. You know, now, mind you, ladies, we endured Oprah Winfrey. We endured Steve Harvey. We endured over the years people constantly placing the blame in the man's lap. You know, and it might have been some truth to it. And there was some truth to it. It wasn't all lies, but it was like, come on, man. Oprah's a whole billionaire now off of the backs of black men and the black dysfunctional family. You know what I'm saying? Shit, the church is going at us every day about what we need to do as men in the relationship. So we get it. We get it. But here comes a refreshing voice, Kevin Samuels, telling the women, wait a minute. You bear some blame in this too. Let me ask you some questions. How many kids you got? How much money do you expect a man to have to be able to talk to you? And a lot of sisters were shooting for the stars, man. They were shooting for the stars, and there's nothing wrong with shooting for the stars. Nothing wrong with that. However, what do you do that warrants that? You see what I'm saying? What do you do that warrants that? You gotta, if you want things in this world, you gotta work it, earn for it, you know? So it rubs some people the wrong way. Because, I mean, he was telling them exactly what they needed to hear. Look, you're 35 years old. You have not found anybody yet. What's your plan going forward? Otherwise, he may not have said otherwise, but this is how I received it. He's not saying that people that are 35 and older are washed up. Hell, I'm over 35. As a man, I might, under that same umbrella, I might be washed up. Because, I mean, he dealt with men too. But at the same time, there's a way to reverse it. You don't have to go that route. You don't have to be 55, 65 and lonely with cats. Ladies, you know, I mean, I felt like, you know, hey, people were saying he came from a perspective of hating women, and that's not right, man. You know, every time somebody critiques a woman, they do not hate you. That's not even realistic. You know, we really come at y'all because we want y'all. If we didn't care about you, we wouldn't say anything about you. You ever heard that saying? If I don't say nothing to you, then be worried. But we want to help save some of the sisters, man. Y'all going down the wrong road, man. Y'all focus on what a man has, what he is in society. And let's be honest, man, that's not the best practice. It hasn't worked for you. Somebody was saying the other day, man, a lot of women, and I think I even said it before I read this, but they were comparing Future and Russell Wilson, right? They were saying a lot of y'all want Russell Wilson, but you keep getting with, I said this, you keep having babies by Future. Clearly, Future don't give a damn about a woman. Clearly, he's never ever said, I'm going to be the man in this relationship for you. He's saying, I'm gonna fuck your bitch in some Gucci flip-flops. Some Gucci flip-flops. He ain't planning on settling down no time soon. Let's believe that. You know what I'm saying? So Sierra chose Russell Wilson, and it appears for all intents and purposes that she's happy now. However, everybody doesn't get that opportunity. And when they do get the opportunity, a lot of times it's not good for Russell Wilson either. Like, you show up to Russell Wilson's doorstep with 3-4 children by 2 or 3 different dudes, and you expecting a miracle. He has the right to make a choice. He has the right. Should I accept you or not? Well, what Kevin Samuels is saying, most of the times they're not going to accept you because you've already brought this baggage to the table. And it's nobody's fault but yours. It's not the man that's that you want to be with. That's not his fault. It falls right in your. Now, we're not even discussing the other men. That's their fault too, but you trying to move forward. So in order to move forward, don't come out the game talking about you need a 10. You need a man, a dude. No. What you need to do is be humble. And I felt that. I totally felt that, because everybody should be humble coming to the relationship. I always felt like, why go into a relationship looking for what could be offered to you? Find yourself in a position of service. How can I be of service to this relationship? You see what I'm saying? Let me get this live. Let me get this guy this live. He's trying to come in. Let me copy and paste it to him. Okay. Click the link above. Oh, okay. Click the link above. Let me see. Wait, StreamYard is not absolutely user-friendly. I think that's the main thing. But we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it, man. But Kevin Samuel, man, was a great man. I don't give a damn what nobody say. And honestly, many probably would even agree with that. Let me see if we can make that work for him. Let's copy this link. But I was going, like I said, I was talking about relationships because I think the time has come to talk about relationships, because we see far too many people. Where we at? Hopefully that'll work for him. That'll work. Yeah, man. But yo, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Great man. His legacy is cemented, because you can go on YouTube, find his content. You can go on Instagram, find his content, and you decide where you stand and what he's saying, because it needs to be said. Because you got women out here complaining about men that are broke, but on the other side, you got women with money still complaining. Jada Pinkett is still not happy in her marriage. Kim Kardashian still wasn't happy in her marriage. Who else? There's so many. We could name so many couples that have broke up, especially since the pandemic. Like I say all the time, man, that if you made it through the pandemic in a relationship, that's the person you need to be with. That's the person you need to be with right there, because this has been a test of the vows that everybody that got married stood on. Will you cherish them in sickness and in health? Do you swear to be the lawful wedded wife or husband to such and such? Everybody that got married said those vows, but if you listen to them and then you look at society, a lot of us out here playing. We out here playing, man. People out here, they want to be married, but they don't want to be the husband or want to be the wife. The idea of being married, in my opinion, takes precedent over being a husband or a wife. You see what I'm saying? Because people just, they love what they see, but then when they find out who the person is, they find another direction. You know what I'm saying? And personally, I would even go as far as to say, I feel like sexual activity plays a big part in whether or not you stay with a person. Because when the sex start lacking, you start looking other places. Very few women will stay with a man that's not pleasing them sexually. If you please her sexually, the other bullshit, she may be willing to work with you. You may not have all the money. You may not have that may even be your house y'all live in. But if you're doing that part, Oh yeah, she's gonna hang on till you make it very impossible for her to hang on. Like go have a baby with somebody else or cheat. These are deal breakers for a lot of women. Even some women stick around for that if the sex is good. But flip it around. If you got whack sex and you broke, if you got whack sex and you ain't gonna get a job, or your ass is out of there without even a question. Your ass is out of there. I've seen it far too many times. You know, it might even be a part of that situation. I don't even know, because a woman will never tell you, an average woman, not the real ones, but an average woman ain't gonna tell you when you're lacking. Speaking of which, we also, oh man, we forgot DJ Envy. Are you kidding me? DJ Envy and his wife went public. His wife really went public and said she's faked orgasms for 10 years. Make it make sense. When I heard that, man, I could not believe that. I've heard women joke around and say they faked it the last time or they faked it once. But you mean to tell me you stayed with this man for 10 years and pretended to like his sex, only to find out publicly that you was faking the whole time? He should have divorced her on the spot. Because that's, if you got to lie about that, I can't trust you. I cannot trust you. 10 years? How many times did y'all smash? I look at my relationships, how many times I was smashed in a couple of years. So for 10 years, that's a whole decade. You didn't feel it at all? What was you doing? Did you buy a toy or did you have a side dude? What was going on? That's an anomaly, because I guarantee you it had to be about the money, because no woman is going to stay with a man 10 years and not be satisfied at all. At all. Either she going to go get a woman, a toy, or another man. There's no way, man. No way, man. See, and then here's the thing, too, going back to Kevin Samuels, like a lot of women are celebrating, and some of them are even throwing shade at his name. You know, that man got a whole mother out here watching y'all. He got a whole mother out here watching y'all do what y'all do on that man's name in his absence. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. But yet, for years, we got generalized. Women hate when he generalizes women. And I mean, okay, that could be a bad point. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, nobody wants to be lumped into a category when they try to do the best they can. Nobody wants to. But men, we endured it for years and never said nothing. They had a whole book came out in the 80s called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. And y'all ran to the bookstore and got that book. We didn't complain. We didn't try to cancel the author of that book. We took it in stride. Steve Harvey wrote a book, How to Think Like a Man, how to act like a lady and think like a man. How does a man think? Wait a minute, I don't think like that, but I'm a man. We didn't complain. We didn't try to cancel Steve. We love Steve, because Steve also told the truth about the relationship. He kept it 100. Same thing with Kevin Samuels, but the difference is Kevin Samuels focused on the ladies because everybody else is focused on the men. Somebody got to step up and tell y'all about yourself. Like, you can't tell me, you can't make me believe that every bad relationship you were in was all his fault. It don't even add up mathematically that it was your fault, that it was his fault. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, we were refreshed to hear a fresh take, because a lot of us wanted to say what Kevin Samuels was saying, but we would have been out here with no pussy in the streets. So a man will say anything to get to the drones. that I can generalize that, because it's taken down the best of us. Pastors have cheated. Married men have cheated. Entertainers have failed behind that P, you know. Because, I mean, if you take a P away from a woman, you really don't, I mean, just be honest. It's the feeling of it all. If women didn't have that, it'd be a lot harder out here for y'all. It's hard now, but it would really be hard if y'all didn't have that vagina there that feels so good and so warm and so nice and moist You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. Young Thug. Young Thug came out, man, and was talking about a broke man should not be allowed to make babies. What? Here's my thing. Why do people say stuff on the other side of the comment? Like when you was on the come up, you would have never said that publicly. Now that you done got into a position, you want to look down on the men that ain't got there yet and say, since y'all broke, y'all shouldn't have no babies. First of all, your dress wearing ass shouldn't be allowed to make babies. Because we still on the fence about your sexuality. Do you even like women? Because you sure try to dress like them. But you rapping like Young Thug, though. Should be Young Stud. That's what your name should be, not Young Thug, because you ain't no thug. Ain't no thug gonna stand up on a camera with no wedding dress on and talk down on the men that ain't got money to make babies like that. You know what I'm saying? It's some brothers out there that's afraid to have children because of the financial responsibilities, but it's a way to do everything, man. Don't let that man steer you away from having children. You know, be that man. Be that man and preserve your legacy with children. That's what it really is, because no matter what's going on with you and the mother, that's your bloodline. And they can deny it, but it's there. Like, I never really knew my dad. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, my blood, his blood is in me. And I'm carrying his bloodline whether I want to or not. You know? So I agree. I disagree with the way he said it. You know, that a broke man should not get, because it's just a responsibility. Or irresponsible men should not have babies. I won't say make it law, because you can't tell nobody, like, just like you can't tell a woman what to do with her body, you can't tell a man what to do with his body. If I want to impregnate a woman, damn it, that's what I'm going to do. Now, we should be more considerate. We could be more considerate. All right, my man, 50 grand. Let's bring him in. Legs, what's up, bro?
Man, can't complain, man. How about yourself?
Man, what would we complain for? It wouldn't make a difference.
Exactly. You ain't lying about that, man.
Man, I appreciate you for chiming in, man. I mean, granted, it was an indirect, controversial statement I made, but we're going to deal with that. But I'm going to ask you real quick, man. What's your take on Kevin Samuels? What's your take on that, man?
Man, I ain't going to even lie, man. I really don't have one. Only reason why, because I don't even know who he is. I don't even know the controversy or nothing. So I don't want to speak on nothing that, I really don't know. You feel me?
I feel you. So this is my guy right here, y'all. Legs Malone, funny comedian, man, from by way of the Bay Area, Oakland, California. You know what I'm saying? We right there. We neighbors, so to speak.
Sure.
I met him in Arizona at a show. We was chopping up, and I heard how he was talking. Like, you're not from Phoenix, bro. I already know that. You're not. You're the Bay all in you, man. You know that the Bay come with that ism, man, off the rip. You know what I'm saying? So,
man, that's real talk, man. I could be on the phone because I do call center work, and the first thing people be like is like, man, you don't sound, where you from? And I be like, man, I'm from Oakland, California. And they be like, man, I could tell you from the Bay Area. I was like, yeah, man, they either say that or the South, man. And I be like, nah, man, I ain't from the South, man. I done visited, but I'm not from there at all.
Right, not ATL, shouty. We not from the ATL, shouty.
Yeah, so not.
From ATL, but you can show get it, baby girl. Yeah, man, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. What was you doing this morning? You just chilling at the house?
Yeah, man, I got to get ready to move. So, true, man, I was going to hit the gym and shit, but I was like, man, once you hit me at, told me the time, I was like, man, I'm going to do the gym later on then, man. I'm going to make sure that I'm here for Louie,
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. We've been doing this for the last few weeks, man, and what we do is, we weigh in on topics. I got some larger topics I'm going to address over time, but like shit keep happening, man. Shit keep happening. We got to talk about it. Like I'm a podcast junkie, so I watch a lot of my news nowadays coming from YouTube. You know
Oh,
what I'm
that's
saying?
what's up, man.
Yeah. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So I found out that Kevin Samuels passed away. And you really get, when you get off this line, man, go look him up. Because he was saying
Yeah,
some
for
shit
sure.
to these women. He was saying some real shit to these women out here about how they react in relationships. And it triggered them. It triggered a lot of them. You
Oh,
know?
okay.
Yeah, he was like, what do you bring to the table? You want a man work making six figures, but you on welfare. You can't do that. You're
Oh,
not
hell
gonna.
nah. Hell
You see,
nah.
that's his
Hell
extreme.
nah. You can't do that. Yeah.
Look, he told the women like this. He said, look, if you over 35 and single, you are used garbage. You say baggage or something like that. I don't want to misquote the man, but he was basically saying after 35, you need to lower your standards a little bit because you can't expect everything that a 25-year-old get.
Yeah. But
You know,
also,
but
it's different situations for different folks, you know? You
right,
never
right,
know. Yeah, you never know about some people's situation. You never know if they actually did bring something to the table and they were just in the fucked off relationship, you know? So you
right.
just never you just never know, man. It's two sides to every story, you know, and
Absolutely.
it's two sides to everybody's reason for stuff, you know, for saying certain stuff, you know. So
Right,
that's the way
right,
I put it. It's
right,
like,
right,
you know, everybody, you know, it may be a reason behind that woman, you know, saying whatever she's saying. But I feel where he coming from too. You know, man, if you can't match or bring something to the table, then you can't be expecting the world, you know. But
or
also it's up to that other person, man. If that other person love you enough to try to give you the world and he accepting that you ain't bringing shit, it's okay. That's on him, but he can't complain, you know,
right,
because you accepted
right,
it. You know, you
right,
can't complain in the end because you accepted it. You know, the same for us dudes. You know, if we accept the woman the way she is and she just being straight up real, and we know that woman ain't got no job, no nothing. You know, you can't complain if they still in that same situation years later, because no matter what, you accepted it. You should have tried to nip that in the bud in the very beginning. You know, she
right,
may come through with no job, but it's on you to try to, you know, to try to motivate her and help her fill out some applications or something, man. Now if you done that and she's still the way she is, that's on you because you allowed it to go through. If you done that and she like, no, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, then hey man, everybody able to live their life how they want to, but it's on you to accept that shit or not. So if you still accepted it, nigga, don't complain about it in the long run. It goes to women too. Don't complain about it in the long run. But if you know that you ain't with it, then just be real up with that person. Let them know, like, man, hey, man, this shit ain't working out. I'm bringing 100. You ain't bringing shit.
right,
That's not an even playing field. You
right.
know, but if you accept that uneven playing field, nigga, that's on you. Don't complain about
Hey,
it.
that's real talk, man. And I think that's the real problem right there is a lot of people ain't being upfront. You know
Yeah,
what
man, be upfront with
I'm
what it is in your situation.
saying? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you upfront about it, everybody got a chance to make the right decision.
For real,
But
man. Like I
body,
used to tell,
if you
like
try to
I
be
used to
smart, present an image, then you get what you got.
You get what you got, man. Like I used to tell females, man, my name is Legs. I ain't shit Malone. So, I'm being real as fuck, letting you know straight off the rip.
Did you land some anyway though on that?
Oh man, I still did, man. Some of them would take it as a joke, but I was being real as hell. You know,
Hey,
this was before comedy, so
I
shit,
say
I wasn't being funny. I was being real.
that's that's funny though. That's why I fuck with you, man. Because I mean, can't nobody imitate your life, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're on stage being real and you being funny, that makes you unique. You
You
see what I'm
feel me,
saying?
man?
You don't want to be that guy. Oh man, niggas be broke nowadays, or bitches be tripping nowadays. Okay, how does that apply to you?
Yeah,
You
man. That's why for me, man. I that's why I'm not gonna lie. That's why I really want to get off into improv, is because it helps you build material and build jokes on that stage instead of everything don't really have to be your real life. Some things you got you if it's something going on in the world, you got to be able to make a joke out of it or bring it to the table and stuff. But it's all about your delivery. And for me, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm good at making up jokes. That's why I do stuff off my real life. But
Yeah.
that's why I do want to get into improv. That would then it can help me think of stuff right off the rip. Right off the rip. I think it'll help me elevate my comedy game. Honestly.
Well, hey, there you go. If that's what if that's what you, I kind of think I improv already anyway. Not the necessary, the structure of improv. Like there was stuff I've said that I know I didn't write down on stage, and then that becomes a part of the joke. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, when I talk about relationships off the bat. Because I know. Here's my thing. People say people that aren't in relationships can't talk about it. Like, no, failure is a part of that teaching. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Yeah.
I'm bad in relationships, I learned something. Here it go. I'm gonna tell you about it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you straight off the top about how I used to be and everything. That's like a conversation I was having with a chick yesterday. I was telling her straight real, like how I used to be in everything. I may not be that way now, but look, man, this is who I was.
Right.
And she still, and man, she still got her number and shit. Didn't trip, and she was like, man, because you was real from the gate. You just being real. And I found out some stuff about her I would have never thought. That's why I always say, man, you can't judge a book by its cover.
That part.
You can't judge a book by its cover, man. Like I tell females straight up, man, don't think because I'm handicapped that I wasn't one of these niggas that was using your ass and shit, because I sure was. you know, because I sure was, man. But females loved me because I didn't let my handicap stop me at the same time. You feel me? But
Right.
I ain't gonna even lie, man. I was just a regular ass nigga, man. Straight up.
Right. Since we went
Straight
there,
up.
I didn't want to like be a blatant about it, but explain to the people what you mean when you say my handicap.
Oh yeah, man. I got one leg. This all I know. I don't know if you know somebody that just lost a limb or something, man. I'm gonna be straight up real. Please don't send them to me for advice. The reason why, because this is what I know. I only know about having one leg from the days of me from me being 3 days old. This is
Uh-huh.
all I know. So I say that because I can't tell nobody how to feel or how to take it if they just lost a limb or something, because I don't know what it feels like to one day have it and then when you wake up, it's gone.
Right.
So I wouldn't be able to tell nobody how to take it. This is literally all I know is all I know. I don't, like I say, 3 days old, I would not have no recollection of
Right.
how it went. I don't know if when I was trying to
And
talk baby talk, if they understood me, because I was trying to tell them, no, don't take my leg. We can make it work. But obviously, the motherfuckers did not understand what I was saying because they took it. So,
right. But here's the thing, though, legs. I mean, you say that you're not a role. You're not the person, and I get that. But I can see that it didn't stop you. You
yeah,
see?
that's one thing I would tell them. That's the only thing I can tell them is don't let it stop you. If you thinking that no woman gonna want you, that's a lie because women are curious. The very first thing they gonna say is, can you still do some things? And your answer should always be, baby, I could show you better than I could tell you anything. that that should be your answer.
Now, like, don't let it fool you. We can
Yeah,
probably can't
don't
do.
let this don't want this one leg fool you, man. But being handicapped has had it to where, I ain't gonna lie, I've enjoyed being a side nigga. I ain't gonna lie, I've enjoyed it. Because nobody gonna believe I could walk right down the street with your girl. Ain't nobody gonna believe that I'm sitting up here hitting your girl. First off, all you gonna see is a limp. You ain't gonna believe that she loved getting out first and love being parked right next to the building. you know?
God damn it, man! Hey, man, I got legs like get around. You pull up like, bitch, I got that handicap sticker. What you want?
Sticker right here, for real, man. For real. Man, we pulling up, got access service. We not
You
looking around.
bitch.
Shoot, and I may be able to get us, don't have to worry about a line, right? Because I'm going to show them that I got one leg. And then next thing you know, we in the front of the line. I'm the perfect person to go on vacation with. If you want to take a flight, take me. Don't take your nigga. Your nigga can't get you through that TSA line. Y'all motherfuckers gonna be waiting. But if you take me, yo handicap sign, nigga, I will be able to get you through that TSA line. Quick, we ain't even got to worry about being in TSA. We could get there 30 minutes before the flight. And guess what? We get first action on where we want to sit. I don't even care. I ain't even got to check in. If you catch a Southwest, you got to make sure to be there 30 minutes early, check in 24 hours. Guess what, boo? I don't check in. I just show my leg at the beginning, and guess what? We getting whisked right on through.
Yeah. Man, Larry's got that built-in VIP treatment on the air.
Got that built-in VIP treatment.
I see you rolling up. I see you got it light this morning. That's right.
Yeah, man. I'm a smoker, man. So I very much apologize to y'all that don't like marijuana, man. But me, I love it. So
I'm right there with you.
It's what it is, man. I done let go of relationships. Women have literally said, if you continue smoking, I will not be with you. And guess what? I'm single. I got no issue with that. That is completely, like we said, choices. Right. Back to Kevin Samuels. I didn't like that choice that she put me through. So guess what? I ain't even tripping.
Wow.
I didn't like it. I done got divorced because my wife, she left me because she said it's either me or you smoking a marijuana. And you see what I'm doing. And I'm divorced. So
about it. You ain't looking back about it. You know what I'm saying?
No, and we still cool to this day. Still got a child together, cool than a motherfucker. But hey, man, I ain't quitting.
Right. Well, that's it, man. Like I said, relationships in general, and I didn't really want to focus on just that aspect because it's all across the board. You feel me?
It's all across the board. No matter what race, a relationship is a relationship.
Right.
Y'all both still got to come together. If y'all can't come together, it's gonna be over with. Somebody gonna nitpick about something.
Right. But see, I was saying, I looked up the divorce rate the other day. Right, it's 44%. So it's pretty high, right? So whenever in society, man, when there's an imbalance, people are sent in the universe with a message, man, to balance that thing out. Like Kevin Samuel came right in saying shit that need to be said, man. And I mean, like women, they gotta understand. We're not saying it's all your fault, but damn it, it ain't all our fault either.
It ain't all our fault, but it goes both ways with that.
Both
ways with that saying. It's not all the other person's fault. And if it is the other person's fault, that other person should be able to admit that. For me, I tell people, it's not my baby, it's not my ex-wife's fault that we're not together. It's totally on me. I'll accept all responsibility. I tell people, man, you don't gotta cheat in order for that woman to feel unwanted or are you out. Sometimes it matters how you mentally, if y'all mentally together. And if y'all ain't mentally together, that could be it right there. Next thing you know, she done found somebody that talked to her. We all gone from one another at 8 hours of the day. 8 hours of the day. If you work, your coworker may be able to become your partner. Why? Because they meet you on that level that you're not receiving at home. It ain't got nothing to do with love. You can love that person that you with, but y'all not here mentally. Y'all could be there sexually and everything, but then again, she gonna treat it as though it's just like a fuck. You just got good dick, but you're not meeting her on a mental level. Same thing with a dude. You got good pussy, but you're not meeting me on the level that this other person is. And next thing you know, now we kicking it and everything because we both are meeting each other on that mental level. So, I say, man, I really can't comment on Kevin Samuel stuff. I could just comment on me and mine because, like I said, I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said. I don't even know who the hell Kevin Samuels is.
Right, right.
But
Oh,
I
it's
can
all
just present it
good.
from my relationships and how I see women. That's one thing I tell my daughter, man, and I got a daughter. And I tell her, like, man, you gotta don't get no nigga like your daddy before. I tell her straight up how I was for real. Because I don't want her, I want her to be able to see, try to look out for things in certain niggas. And when I say niggas, I'm not talking about black dudes. I just say niggas in general.
Right.
No matter what race you is, Chinese, Mexican, whatever.
This generation, right? How old is your daughter?
My daughter 19.
See, this generation right here, man, they're not so much stuck on race like we were.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like venturing out for us back in our day was getting a white girl. Now, man, niggas, hey, motherfuckers is dating Mexican girls, they dating Latino, Asian, they dating. I've seen a brother with a Hindu. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not limiting ourselves no more. You know what I'm saying?
My daughter didn't even think I ain't gonna even lie. Even though, I'm black, of course, but she had issues with me when she was younger, so she didn't really like black dudes till she got a black dude, and then she was like, damn, y'all hella cool. And now she's seeing the change in me. Like I say, man, with your kids and everything, especially with your daughters. I admire all my folks who when I say good fathers, I'm not talking about just providing money. I'm talking about like really, really being near in your child's life. And that's where, I was there, but wasn't there because she just recently told me that she felt like, like I was pushing her away when she was younger. And I told her I was, I apologize. I didn't think I was, but if that's how you took it, then I apologize, but don't let the past fuck up a damn good relationship right now because I'm not the same person who I was before.
Right. See, I'm right there, bro. I need to have that conversation because part of the reason why I moved to Arizona is because I was not having the right relationship with my children. I got a daughter and a son.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
My daughter's 14 and my son is 9. And their mom spitefully moved here from Vegas 7 years ago, rather.
Yeah.
And she won't admit it, but she moved here out of spite because I was right there with them. I could pull up. But when she moved here, it was a little bit different. Now I got to take time off. Now I got to jump on the highway. Then I got to get a room. All that was in the middle of it. So it was a large procrastination on my part to be here more than I could. I could be here really it's every weekend. You could be in Arizona if you live right there.
I was gonna say, man, if you in Vegas, man, I'll be real up with you, man. You probably not gonna like the answer, but I'm gonna be real, man. It's only 4 hours away, man.
Exactly,
and that's what your kids are able to see because they mama gonna tell them. You feel me? They mama gonna tell them. You got to think the baby mama gonna tell them whatever. And like you said, she mad at you for whatever reason. She gonna tell that child whatever, but now you can't spit your part because you're not there physically. You feel me? Even if you talk to them over the phone, you can tell them you sending money to them and everything, but that child don't care about no money. They care about being with their daddy. So that was the same thing that my daughter felt. And when I say, man, I ain't gonna even lie, man, I was worse than you because at one point, my daughter and her mama, man, we was roommates. That turned out to be my very first joke I told on stage was when me and my ex-wife was roommates. and it was fucked up because I literally treated them both. And when I say both, including my daughter, I literally treated them both as being roommates. I didn't treat my daughter as though she's my daughter. I treated her as though she was another roommate because I was thinking that she was so little that she wouldn't remember. And turns out she fucking remembered.
Right. And then the girls don't forget.
And they don't forget.
And they don't forget any situation that's different than what they was expecting.
Exactly. They don't forget. And I did not realize that, even though I should have, because I didn't have the real person, the real daddy in my life. I had my little brother's dad, but I didn't have the real person who I really wanted which everybody wants their real daddy or their real mom. You
Me
know,
too.
that's for sure. You
Right.
know, even right now, me and my real daddy don't even got a relationship. You know, but I still fool with his side of the family. But he don't want a relationship, so I'm like that too. Fuck it, I'm the child. I ain't no motherfucking dad.
Right. Hey, man, I'm glad you mentioned that, man, because that's been on my mind. Like I got here, and it's still been a struggle that I'm fighting right now. Y'all pray for me, but we're gonna work it out, man. I came here for
Just
that.
take a just kick it with your daughter as much as you can, as even with your son, even if you don't got no money. You know, your son
Right.
just want to be at a park with his daddy. You know,
Right.
that's all he gonna care about. Your
Right.
daughter, your daughter damn near the same, but she's 14 now. She don't give a fuck about going to no park.
Right.
You know? but that's when you just go pick her up and you just tell her like, look, you know what you want to do, and then but you really show up. That's all. That way, then, and if y'all need to have that conversation, have that conversation. One thing I asked my daughter, and I told her it was like, I just want you to tell me the truth. I'm not gonna tell you you wrong. All I'm gonna do is listen to you. What
Right.
is it? What is it? What is it that I've done in the past to make you feel the way you feel? And
That's
I
right.
and she literally opened up to me. Literally everything. Her mama had always kept it real with me. She wasn't one of them spiteful women to not allow me to be in my child's life. She always left it up to me, but I would choose to probably sometimes do other shit. You know, then because I would think that, you know, well, she only this age, you know, she not gonna remember nothing until, like I say, it turns out she did. So all
Right.
you could literally do is literally just ask her and let her know there is no, I'm here to hear you. I'm not here to be a rebuttal to how you feel. You know,
Right.
I'm here to listen and hear you. And I want a relationship with you. When you graduate from middle school, I'm gonna be right there. You probably gonna be like, damn it, my daddy is embarrassing me. Why? Because I'm gonna raise up and I'm gonna sit out that scene and say, that's my motherfucking daughter walking that
Ah!
goddamn stage. You know, that's my motherfucking daughter walking that motherfucker. You know, and she gonna be like, God damn it, you embarrassing me. But
That,
also she gonna be happy because you did. You know you did. So
right.
don't so like I say, man, what worked for me was when I literally just asked her, what is it? How you feel about me? And I just literally told her, I want you to tell me the truth. Even if you say, Daddy, I hate your fucking guts. That's
Mm.
on me because I made you feel like that. I gave you a reason to feel like that. It's on me to change that feeling around. And once we had that, my daughter started calling me a lot, even though it was just certain situations that she wouldn't even want to talk to her mama about. And
And
she
that's
literally started calling me. She called me now just
right.
for just to get advice because she know I'm gonna keep it real with her. She may not like my answers, but she know one thing, Pop's gonna keep it real. Because one thing, like I told her, Melanie, I love you, but I'm not trying to be your friend. I don't even want to be your best friend. I just want to be your goddamn daddy. You know,
Right.
that's who I want to be. You know, because everything else will come because I love you. So of course, the best friend not gonna matter because I'm your daddy. I love you. A friend could change their love on you in a heartbeat, but I'm your daddy, so my love will never change. That's
Right.
why I don't want to become a friend. That's why I don't want to be a best friend. I want to be your motherfucking daddy, and that's who I want.
That, hey, man, hey, I appreciate, bro. You just gave me up, man. I'm working, man. 'Cause like I said, the whole premise of me moving here. See,
It's a big.
I was married. I was married, and me and the wife wasn't seeing eye to eye. And I was just like, I woke up one day, like, you know what? Instead of trying to mend this relationship, let me go and mend my children's relationship.
Relationship. Exactly. Everything else will follow. Everything else will follow. Even a woman will follow you because of the shit you're doing for your kids.
That part, and they do. That's man. They come out the
And
woodworks.
that works on that. Yep, because they respect that. Because first thing they think about is how they baby daddy is. Especially
Right,
if it's one that don't have especially if it's one that didn't have a relationship with their daddy or they kid's father not there like they should be and they see that shit.
Right.
but they see what you trying to do. Like I told my daughter straight up, man, Lonnie, you pulled a lot of hoes for me when you was a baby, when I was pushing you off in that stroller and everything, girl. You pulled a lot for me. I didn't have to say shit. They would just see me out there in the rain. I told Melanie, man, there would be times where motherfuckers would literally pull up. I don't even know a motherfucker. Don't know them from their first name on, but they would literally pull up, see me standing in the rain with my shirt off, with no coat on, thunderstorming. Why I ain't got no shirt or no coat? Because I'm making sure my baby in my stroller not getting hit, in her stroller is not getting hit by that rain. So my t-shirt is over that stroller. My coat is over that stroller. I'll figure it out. But I can't afford for my baby to be cold and get rained on.
Exactly.
And females would literally pull up, see me standing, and say, didn't even ask me, get your ass in this car. Don't even know me. And some of them, I probably shouldn't have taken that ride. But also to the same fact, hey, I did. Also to the same fact, but I did. But that's why some females still love me, even though I'm not even with them to this day.
That's real. Because I mean, as long as you keep it real, they can always remember that.
They can always remember that.
It just things happen inside the relationship that wasn't compatible. But the fact that you kept it real, the lines of communication is always open. I got plenty of men.
Oh man, I was just a nigga. I was just a full blown nigga, a 100% full blown nigga. I ain't gonna even lie. I didn't, man. My auntie taught me so much game about women that I used that shit. I used it to I used it to my hardest. So I was playing bitches, using bitches, doing whatever I could do.
Right. Accountability is responsibility, man. You know what I'm saying? At least you know what it was. It ain't like you trying to dodge it and deflect and fight it. You know what it was. Same here. Like I wasn't serious. But I remember, yeah, like women.
There's only two people I could say I was really serious with and really tried. Was my ex-wife. I really did it, just that we just wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Right.
Sure, we stopped having sex at one point. We was living in she was staying in the room. I was living in the living room. Shoot, man, I ain't able to.
Bro, this time last year, I was going through that.
Man, I don't know if you was going through it like I was going through it though, buddy, man. There would be time.
But look, here's the thing though. It got to that point. It got to that point, man. Like I was in the room, she was in the living room. When I was in the living room, she was in the room. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, look, let me go focus on my kids, because there's no sense of beating a dead horse.
Ain't no sense in doing it, man.
That's gonna stress.
No sense in doing it.
And then cold part about it, since I've been out here, she following me on Facebook. I'll be seeing her on the storyline. You know what I'm saying? She's still watching, trying to see, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on.
Yeah, don't even. Sure, she can see all she want. I ain't tripping, man. You a comedian. I need all the motherfucking followers I can get.
Exactly.
I just don't respect.
People can see.
Exactly, man. I just don't, fool with them on that type of on that type. You feel me?
Yeah,
I just don't fool with them unless they was cool, man. I may say hi, what's up, and shit like that. But man, if it wasn't nothing, it would just wasn't nothing. It just is what it is.
Right. Let me ask you this, Legs. Do you think that, and this for relation, I know for men as well, but as women too, do you think that how you was raised can produce trauma in how you manage relationships going forward? Like they always try to make that saying, like you bringing baggage to the relationship and stuff like that. Do you think that trauma happens in your childhood that makes it like you just said, you didn't grow up with your dad like that? What do you think? What do you think about that? If I'm being clear.
It depends on the person. Honestly, for me, I just really wanted to. I'll be honest, man. My moms would always tell me, like, you just like your daddy. You just like your daddy. And I'm saying, I'm not like him at all. But she would say that's because you don't know him. But the way I was doing women and everything, that's where she was like, you just like your daddy, you know.
Right.
But I didn't know him, you know, so I couldn't never, you know. All I would say is like I'm not like him. But as far as the answer to your question is, can it bring stuff into your child into your adulthood? Hell, I'll be honest. For some people, it really probably can. You know, for some people, it really probably can. I see it more so affecting females more so than dudes. You know,
Okay.
but that's the way I see it. You feel me? I think it more so affect a female more so because now they trying to receive that love that they never had, but they don't know how a man is supposed to love a woman. And it's probably because we never had it. We never really saw it in our lives. You know, for me, I saw the way men would love my mama, but I never got the chance to see how my daddy loved my mama. You know, it's a difference. You know, a man could, you know, they could show you, but you never really learned it from your daddy. You know,
Right.
so that probably can have something. Like for me, since I never saw that love and I never wanted my kids to feel the way I feel about him. Like I tell him straight up. Like I literally told his sister, I'm just waiting on your brother to die. That way then I could get time off of work. He the only one that I haven't used, and he ain't. I'm gonna really use his death because that's gonna be the only thing that motherfucker gonna be able to give me throughout my 41 years. Is 10 days, 10 to 12 days off of work. So for bereavement. So I gotta get something. You know, I gotta get something out of that. You know, but for me, I just used it because, you know, I never wanted my child to feel the way I felt. Like I felt Terrell Owens when he said that his daddy literally stayed across the street from him. People don't know this about me, but that's the same way it was with me and Marquise. That's the other person, real person name who helped create my black ass.
Right.
Was Marquise. And that nigga literally stayed right across the street from me when I came back from LA. Literally. And he never even tried to come see me. My mama literally, I remember this shit to my day.
Wow.
In the apartment, my mom literally said, your daddy stayed right across the street. And even at 8 years old, I literally replied back to her, I shouldn't have to go see him. I'm his son. He should come see me. I'm not going to make that. And I didn't, because you ain't been there all this time. So no need for me to try now.
Wow.
You know, the person that raised me is my youngest brother daddy. That nigga is the nigga I'll call daddy. Is the call pops. Is because he the one that raised me. Now, like I told him, I didn't like the nigga in the first 2 weeks to a month. I didn't like him at all. Tried to sabotage the relationship and everything. But he still showed me love though. You feel me? He understood where I was coming from. I guess him being an adult and me being a child, he understood. So he still loved me, and he still loved me to this day. You know, he still called me his son. His side of the family still call me their nephew, cousin, even though him and my mama been broke up before my mama passed. Been broke up, but they still treat me like I'm legit blood family.
That's all they really meant.
So you know, a lot of my family and stuff, man, you know, man, ain't even my blood. You feel me? But they the ones who really love me, though.
Right, but dig it though. Oh, I don't mean to cut you, man, but we're gonna this is the conclusion of the show, man. I only go for an hour.
Oh, my bad.
You know what I'm saying? But what you no, real talk, man. What you gave was food, man. This is going on YouTube. We're gonna put it out there. So, you know, we're gonna share it on the Facebook page. So look out for it, man. If you want to share it to somebody, do it, because your story was real, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what I was talking about, because you covered two aspects of relationships. You covered the relationship between a man and a woman, but also between a father and his child. Those are two important things that I think that aren't getting dealt with effectively, and there's a lot of problems out here because of that. So somebody got to have a conversation, man. I'm glad today it was us.
Man, for sure, man. I'm glad that I could give you a little truth, man. I would have never thought I thought we were supposed to talk about Kevin Samuels and that goddamn Looney post you made.
Real talk, hey, but we're me off. Yeah, hey, here's the thing though, man, with the Loonies. Right now, they're not even really fucking with each other right now.
They not, and you seen I put that in the post too. The only thing is that they not together.
Are you following that? I'm following it on YouTube because Yuck got a podcast, and then Numbskull goes on a podcast called No Vultures, and he telling the behind the story. Yo, them cats was going through it, but that's just the real side, the talent side of it. They didn't do a lot of music together. They only did like 2 albums.
Three,
okay, but really the 2 that matter is Operation Cola and Hypnotized. That was my shit. That album.
Yep, them 2. Yep.
Lunatic music.
Them 2. Yeah, lunatic music. That was it.
Don't get me wrong.
Lunatic music.
Yeah, but now don't get me wrong, because see, reason why I say the Dog Pound, because they got stuff like all around Death Row plus them, so it'd be like a good party thing. Like the Loonies, they put out some good music, but Dog Pound got that party music, got that, because it's really about crowd. If you do a versus crowd, it's about the performance. Them niggas Loonies won't even get on stage together. I don't want to see Fly. What's his name?
Because on Fly, He cool, don't get me wrong. But I want to see Numbskull and Yuck.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I want to see Numbskull and Yuck, but that's a fractured. But that's a fractured relationship. But at one point, Corrupt and Dash had a fractured relationship too.
But they're back on though. They're
back on. Yeah, you just gotta have what it is, man. You just gotta have 2 people that's really, really, really ready to listen to that person, to where you're not trying to place blame on the other motherfucker. You just trying to spit your side on how you felt about it, and the other person trying to spit their side. But if both of y'all just yelling because you know somebody gonna get interrupted, but if you just can't, and that's where it fucks off because you interrupted that person. Yeah. You know, but if you just let that person talk, hear their side of the story, hear how they feel, and then you say yours, now you could possibly come back together because both of y'all have said what the fuck needed to be said. But nobody interrupting nobody, and y'all both took it for what it is. At the end of the day, if y'all could both say, bruh, I love you, bruh. Nigga, I missed you, nigga. I love you. You know, the love for you, I would be devastated. Because I'm pretty sure if something would have happened to one of them, no matter how fucked off the relationship is, because of the past that they got, they gonna be mad at themselves because they never got to tell each other, I'm sorry.
Well,
and it's over with.
That's where they at right now, because both of them that said, that's my brother. We go before this music. You see what I'm saying?
Both of them that said that.
Things out. You know, it's a month. And Yuck is going really Yuck Hollywood right now. You know, this Hollywood bag. You know, dude was down.
Can you blame him? But can you blame him? I mean, he did something with his stuff because Numbskull was still in them streets and he went down in the pen for them years.
Yeah,
you know? So you can't blame Yuck if he put the street shit to the side. You know, and if you didn't put the street shit to the side and you still out there hustling while you knowing that you need to get this album money, but you still want to be a product of the streets, you can't hate that your partner went on and did their own thing and now he farther along in the game.
Accountability.
That's on you. You got to take accountability. How you know that nigga wasn't hella mad at you for you going to jail?
Oh, he said he was. He said they was.
I would have been too.
Yeah, Yuck said they was doing shows, man, and Yuck wouldn't show up, and the promoter looking at him sideways.
Yeah, I would have been.
You know what I'm saying?
Hella mad too.
Yeah,
hella mad too, man, because y'all was on the cusp. Y'all out of the Bay, you only had delinquents at that time as being national with Def Jam. You only had delinquents. Then you would have had Bad Influence, but Rappin' Ron died in that car accident. So that took out that. But then the Loonies was right there where they would have. I'm not gonna even lie. They would have. they probably would have went higher than delinquents. You know, they probably would have went higher because because once I got 5 on it dropped, that shit went national.
All
You
over.
know, so everybody in the US, at least the US, knew about you. And y'all was right there. And then Lunatic Music dropped. Y'all did y'all thing on that. And then boom, Numb went to jail. But y'all was right there. So I can understand why Yuck would be hella mad. Yuck felt like, man, I can't even do it with my partner. I got to take it by myself now.
He did.
Now he had to find a whole lot of other people, and that's how he got to Regime. You know,
right,
so
right.
you can't be Numb. Numb just gonna really have to, like I say, man. I don't know the story. You don't know the story. Only them two know the real story. But
Yeah.
they both got to I mean, think about it. Even though Drew Down was with him, but he only saw what he could see.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
but Numb and Yuck, them two got to work that relationship out. If they truly want a relationship, man, they just really need to come together, hear each other out, not trying to belittle a motherfucker, not say, nah, you fucked up for that, woo, woo, woo. You just hearing them.
Yeah.
You know, and then maybe Numb could probably hear how Yuck felt when he was down. Because they was about to be it. They was on their way. They was about to be national shit. They was touring worldwide.
I knew they was on
Oakland, California.
Meth on the album. When they had Redman and Meth on the album, they was on a whole other coast now. They got the town on their back, and they was going with it. You know what I'm saying?
They was going with it.
And even in spite of what they did, they still made history. In spite of the bullshit. So who knows?
Bullshit.
And, hey, Legs, I appreciate you, bro, man. We're going to tap it in right now. Hey, man, I'm going to see you, bro. You got any gigs coming up, anything like that you want to put out there?
Man, sure, man. I'm gonna go down to Rancho Cucamonga on the 28th. So,
okay.
I just decided that I'm gonna go. I just found out that I can make it to my daughter's birthday next Saturday. I was supposed to be on the show.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have to call them and let them know I'm not gonna be able to be on there for that. I wish I didn't have to, but man, my daughter, me and her relationship come first for any damn body.
Absolutely, man. That's real men right there. That's real men.
So she don't even know I'm coming because I told her I wouldn't be able to.
Right.
So, like I say, I keep it real. If I ain't able to, that's one thing I didn't want to do as a daddy is lie to my daughter and tell her I'll be able to be there, knowing damn well I won't.
Right.
So I made sure not to do that. So I kept it real. But now fake ass me is coming out because I'm not going to tell her that I'll be able to make it. So I just pull up at the party and surprise her.
Hey, man, wish you the best on that, man. Hey, yo, you have a good day, man. I'm going to talk to you soon.
For sure, man.
All right, Legs Malone, y'all. Hit him up.
For sure.
All right.